Kuno. J'ai oublié ce que je devais faire. Allez, Titus. Ah, tu m'as surpris. Mais non, je suis pas tilté, j'ai juste oublié ce que c'était. Non, je dois parler de la méga compile du canardeur à Titus. J'en ai pas parlé. Ça, je l'ai pas trouvé. Tu es tilté! Non, mais ça va, je suis pas tilté, foutez-moi la paix. Tu es tilté, boubou! Putain, je l'ai dans la tête. Passe les couilles. Oui, pardon. Je ne sais plus ce que je dois faire. Je ne sais plus ce que je dois faire, mais un grand moment. Est-ce que je peux recasser la porte? Non. Est-ce que j'ai parlé à... j'ai tout parlé à la dame? Non. Oui. Tant pis. C'est tout est fait. Je ne peux pas la regarder dans les yeux car je suis troublé par les femmes. Ok. Bruno, il veut pas être mon pote. Et j'ai pas de pantalon. Franchement, tranquille. J'aime mon style. Et et comme ça. Oh, il y a plein de gens. Je peux chanter peut-être? Non, ça va. Au revoir. Attends. Il m'a dit par la Titus. La compile. Oui, c'est moi. Vrai. J'ai parlé à Class de la bande.
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
Et rien. Elle campe sur ses positions.
Fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold
permet pas.
that tape.
Je t'aveugle.
You caught him off balance. Push and he would give way.
C'est glauque, ça n'a rien prouvé du tout et ça lui a pas fait changer d'avis.
Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band.
Ouais pas.
Said he'd rape her.
Du coup la tête incrédule.
Have to say then. Fine by her. This is what people are supposed to be like. Fucking whoop-de-doo.
La petite putain de chiotte. Ah, Kim le bro l'a dit.
Whoop-de-doo then.
Il est trop énervé pour boire sa bière, il se contente de l'observer. Elle a pas du tout été surprise et encore moins effrayée.
In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Tidus, tu es vraiment quelqu'un... Tidus. Titus, tu es vraiment quelqu'un de charmant.
Oh, fucking righty then.
Il a pas son point sur la table.
Fucking.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Sa voix se fait un peu plus douce que précédemment.
This is just perfect.
Ok.
Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Elle n'est peut-être pas celle que vous croyez.
I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
C'est une grosse fêtarde avec encore plus de pulsions suicidaires que moi.
You're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
La Gurdi.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Dit le mestre avec grandiloquence.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't
Soyez franc avec moi, Titus.
you're sober.
Ouais. Qu'est-ce qui est arrivé?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him.
Il met une balle dans la tête.
I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
Ah, non? Oui?
You
Peut-être?
know what?
Oui?
I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs.
Il est charmant, il est charmant.
You see her. Tell her. Titus said. Fuck off!
Il jette violemment sa canette au sol.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Non, non, elle fait que commencer parce qu'en fait, demain, il y a l'écluse qui ouvre.
Yeah.
La pièce se retrouve murée dans le silence. Alain commence à dire quelque chose avant de sagement se raviser.
Beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Ouais.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it
C'est ici qu'on lit? Salut Kofi. Oui, c'est ici qu'on fait dodo là. C'est le dodo, c'était pas prévu donc on dodo.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop.
Non ouais mais on lit dans le lit aussi, t'inquiète. Attends, je peux convaincre Titus qu'il se fait manipuler. 28%?
Convince Titus
Jure c'est passé.
is being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus
Je te jure que c'est pas le moment.
Arrête, arrête. Je suis pas tilté. Il y a un S. Il commande avec un S.
know someone who might.
J'ai pas lu. Tu connais quelqu'un qui pourrait craquer? Un de ces gars voudra. Attends, j'ai pas lu.
Je te jure que c'est pas le moment.
Un de ces gars voudra.
The powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come.
Je suis très calme.
Put him in the pressure cooker. Just
Je peux pas dire que je suis tilté alors que je suis pas tilté. Ça ne fonctionne pas comme ça.
men and Martinez. Their district.
Comment ça va, Kofi?
Responsibility.
Merci pour l'amour.
Outside in the evening light, ruined and old, shadows lengthen on the pavement. A distant gunshot.
Ouais, mais j'imagine bien, oui. C'est fini alors. Affaire classée. Observez un tour. Rentre chez nous, Klim. Non, ou sans sourcil.
He'll get it. Go on.
Prenez note, Kim. À Martinez, on vous tue parce qu'on ne vous aime pas.
Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Parce que vous bossez pour le mauvais camp.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the
Ah,
company.
GG pour la fin d'Under Lilies.
Who works for the company?
15 sur 20. 15 sur 20, c'est une très très bonne note. Hein.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
Ils vous pendent, vous flinguent, peu importe, et ils s'en souviennent même pas.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
Ah,
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out.
oh, le bolos. Je le ferai peut-être un jour. En vrai, je l'ai en plus.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Oh là, je viendrai peut-être zioter. Je suis pas tout seul ce soir. Voilà, madame est en train de regarder un drama, mais... Sinon, je viendrai voir... Je viendrai te voir rôter du sang. Après, si ça se trouve, tout va bien se passer. Moi, c'est parce que justement, au Blasphemous, j'étais tilt. Hein, j'aurais bien aimé avoir un peu de... Un peu de dong. Non, c'était quoi de bong? De bol. Un peu de bol. Oh non, j'ai fait tomber Gabi.
Je te jure que c'est pas le moment.
Comment ça, pas tout seul? Non, je suis pas tout seul. Hein.
Firearm. A glass 08 or a 38 caliber.
Non, je stream pas là. C'est pas l'heure de stream. Gabi reste à côté de moi. Il est tombé. Normalement, je devais pas streamer là. J'ai streamé quand même. Pourquoi le Luna?
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Alors attends, parce qu'il y avait Théo, mais... Mais non, mais vaut mieux attaquer... Mieux attaquer Angus. Sinon quoi, vous allez me tuer comme vous l'avez tué lui, sans aucune raison?
Kill him. We didn't even hang him.
Oh le bolos.
When
Il marque une pause, la respiration sifflante.
Angus,
Il était déjà mort quand vous l'avez pendu. Le gringalet frappe Angus derrière la crâne.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Tranquille. La pièce devient silencieuse au point que vous arrivez à entendre la respiration sifflante d'Angus.
Where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Dans la poitrine.
why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus.
Ah ouais,
I told you just give her up.
j'entends.
Your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Elle s'éloigne sans regarder en arrière.
You're in. He's all yours.
Ah.
Questions.
Donc vous ne l'avez pas tué, il était déjà décédé.
You
Mhm.
killed the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Pourquoi?
Girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Ok. Que s'est-il passé dimanche soir?
As she came down, she seemed really out of it. Drugged up
Uh-huh.
even more than usual. Bugging,
Uh-huh.
gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Ah ouais.
I've
Comment
done
avez-vous
this
su?
for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Hmm.
Good analogy, boss.
Homme à la gueule de Rarican.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Je retourne vers vous. Il se passait quoi ensuite?
Upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
D'où la nouvelle fenêtre qui avait été changée.
Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Hein?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Et Tibbs.
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Ok. Donc si Classe GG ne l'a pas tué, alors pourquoi toute cette mascarade?
I've noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Pas remarqué du tout dans quel pétrin vous voulez parler.
Show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
Mhm. Et ces gens qui sont-ils?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Mhm. Alors qui a tué le mercenaire dans ce cas? Une idée?
Yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Mhm. Qu'en pensez-vous?
Someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Vous passez à lui, vous en savez un peu aussi?
One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. someone else from Crenell.
Interrompt pour réfléchir.
What I do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Ok, mais qui a eu l'idée de le pendre alors? C'est elle?
Manner of speaking.
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons.
C'est elle, n'est-ce pas? Trafiquante de drogue, la 8ème hardi.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Il n'y a aucun mal à ce qu'il y ait une hardi, Titus.
Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Bien entendu. Vous pouvez m'en dire un peu plus sur cette affiliée, non adresse actuelle?
You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you need to talk to.
Est-ce que j'ai envie de chuchoter qui m'en a réussi? Non. Ah si quand même, allez vas-y.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Nice. Merci pour cette info, Tidus. J'irai lui parler une dernière fois.
Hey, cop. Before you go.
The wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a...
She, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But...
Mais vous préfériez quand même qu'on ne l'embarque pas.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some containers.
We'll take that into account.
Le temps glisse son calepin dans la poche de sa veste, il fait volte-face pour s'en aller. Je vais enlever ça. Si on prenait un petit peu de speed, histoire de... Non, pas le soir. Au réveil, demain matin. Ça passera beaucoup mieux. Donc attends, je retourne reparler à la dame. Avec mon sous-bouffeur là. Prenez votre temps les gars. Hein. Aucun problème. Allez Hardy nous a raconté ce qui s'est passé. Pose sa tasse de café sur la table.
No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Vous avez bien mené en bateau.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. For all of this,
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Pas une raison suffisante.
You're right. There's more.
Ah non?
Answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Pioche notre cigarette.
Briefly glance it over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Qu'est-ce que les liens de la MCR avec le moral interne viennent faire dans tout ça? Elle allume sa cigarette. C'est quoi l'histoire? Vous avez fait quoi?
But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill.
Je te jure que c'est pas le moment.
Mais pas du tout!
For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Donc qu'est-ce qui s'est passé ici la nuit de sa mort?
Together. In bed, I mean.
Ah les tilts. Ah celle qui est tilt. Il faut le bol alors. Dites-moi exactement ce qui s'est passé.
He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé ensuite?
Heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, knocked his cream, then ran downstairs.
Et on s'étire. Reste là debout, le bras le long du corps.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Il va nous falloir un peu plus de détails.
Down with a wince. Her cigarette has singed her fingers. She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was...
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Dieu, ça dit que vous avez l'air plus défoncé que d'habitude.
I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Oui, bah bien sûr.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the cost?
No,
Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait ensuite?
I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Ok, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé quand vous êtes arrivé en bas?
He was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
C'est qui Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader?
The leader of what?
The Hardy Boys.
Oh le twist. Oh le twist. Comment ça? J'aurais dit que c'était Hardy, le chef des Hardy.
Well, not
On m'avait dit de dire Hardy.
Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy boy?
Why not?
Très bien, poursuivons. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé ensuite?
Ruby said, let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him...
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Comment ça? Oups.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Lève la tête et regarde fixement de ses yeux marron clair. Qu'avez-vous fait ensuite?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
Que faisiez-vous pendant la pendaison?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Cette tribu où est-elle à présent?
I haven't seen
Ouais, bah bien sûr. Alors faut que je pousse Titus. Pourquoi Titus?
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Bah super. On va passer encore un très bon moment. Est-ce que vous avez entendu un coup de feu au moment de l'incident?
he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
C'était loin quoi. C'est vous qui avez tué Lily? Bah non. Je vais demander ça. Pourquoi avoir appelé les flics si vous planquiez? La réponse a fusé.
Which is an indicator of truth.
You have to
Vous
understand.
contredire.
The people around here. No one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off.
Ah Kuno.
And that
Kuno le sang.
fucker threw stones at him.
Un bon gars, un bon gars.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud.
Beaucoup la tête.
So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Ok. La vitre a été changée quand?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother
Et ça correspond à ce que m'a dit Titus.
took care of it. I told you I'm a horrible girl. I told you things break around me.
Mais bon, c'est pas toi.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene.
Oui, on va faire ça d'ailleurs. Hein. Juste avant de redescendre pour aller faire chier Titus.
You see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Ok, le reste, j'ai pas envie de demander. Je crois qu'on a terminé pour l'instant.
Silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Qui c'est qui tue? Et maintenant, vous regarde la porte. Comment ça, 28... Vas-y,
But we
raté.
are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark.
C'est un échec, on sait.
Doubts. Just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Rien à redire, merci pour ces sages-paroles. C'est dur d'imaginer qu'elle a menti.
Gosh, she's so young, isn't she? Be careful not to look too long into her soon-to-be,
Art dramatique casse les couilles.
lest it make you look like an indecisive suitor. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least
Oui, bon, on reviendra. 5. Oh putain, volonté, j'ai 3. Merci madame. Je peux ouvrir la porte? Je pense pas, hein.
the same small, heavy door.
Toujours pas de pantalon.
This window is pristine
58.
inside, unlike the one next to it. A vague sense of disappointment
Putain.
fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets.
Ça pue du cul, cette fenêtre pue du cul.
We are beating our heads against these. Let's go to something more useful.
Bon bah j'augmenterai ma projection analytique. Merde. Soon. Regardez-moi ce style. Incroyable. Titus. Merde, c'est pas là. Titus. Ça fait longtemps qu'on s'est pas parlé, Titus. Viens donc qu'on se cause.
What is it?
Oh, pas grand chose, t'inquiète. Bon, j'ai encore parlé à classe de jeu. À présent, je dois causer à Ruby. Parce qu'elle est votre véritable chef.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Ouais, vas-y, une guerre civile se prépare. La seule manière de l'empêcher, c'est de résoudre ce meurtre. Autrement dit, de parler à Ruby.
Sounds like you wanna push this steaming
Oui.
pile of shit.
Exactement.
Anyone. And now you pick Ruby. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral fa-
Ces trois mots, ils jettent un regard à Titus. L'homme corpulent soupire.
If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory.
Ok.
I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little
Ouah, 3%.
to the bush, right behind the window, behind Marcus's back.
Ça me paraît compliqué. Tente même pas. 3%. Oui, mais je n'ai pas de logique.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches, there's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Quelqu'un a caché une clé dans le buisson. Vous pouvez me filer la clé s'il vous plaît?
Not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's
If he says it's there, it's there.
Maintenant, on retire ses lunettes pour nettoyer, puis j'ai besoin que vos types me filent la clé.
I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
Clairement.
Damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it.
Ça va gêner un contraste fortement avec son imposante stature.
Bucko, these guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes.
Pas de soucis, je vais y aller.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Merci.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Quelqu'un sait pourquoi cette clé pendait juste derrière la fenêtre du box du syndicat?
there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Je me demande ce que la porte ouvre.
Door in the kitchen.
J'aimerais bien.
It says workshop spare.
Oh, ça serait bien que ce soit le truc de la cuisine. Bah ça tombe bien, je savais plus quoi faire. En avant?
You see a heavy
J'essaye la clé.
key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after
Oh.
these years.
Alors j'ai jamais été là-bas.
The lock clicks.
This is it. This is the moment.
The darkness before you smells like engine.
Bah quand faut y aller hein. Si ça me dit vaguement un truc. Il est écrit franco-nigérian sur le flipper. Son thème chevaux et épée. Ok. Thème du flipper, Déora blanche. Le fronton représente une femme en deuil. Un mot. La clé de secours est attachée au buisson à l'extérieur de... Oui. Je sais.
Over there, in the corner.
Le flipper?
Just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gurdi and the Mountain Goats.
Ouh.
You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Vous voyez ce que je vois là? Les chèvres de la montagne.
Gurdi's Goats, a classic.
Les chèvres de Gurdi.
It's more than just a classic, a must play. All serious pinballers have attempted a tempo run.
Waouh. Eh bah dis donc. Pas beau ça? Une seconde, vous y avez joué? Voyons ça de plus près.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gurdi and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a get the game on, finger boy. Those flippers are ready.
Oh yeah.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Dans une seconde, c'était quel genre de type?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels.
Un alpiniste raciste?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Pas cool.
He also hit his wife and kids, other people's kids too.
Des ondes.
Pets.
J'ai un flash de quelque chose. Ah non, c'est bon. J'espère que le... Ça va le son? On entend le son du jeu? Je sais pas trop. Rappel également, ça va? Ok.
Seem to be having fun.
Je me débrouille pas mal.
Game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Se concentrer et viser sur le passage étroit.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Mhm.
This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
Ouais, je vais gagner, Kim.
Nihilistic finale.
J'ai des doigts de fée.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Allez, Kim, on peut y arriver, vous allez voir.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Allez, 42%.
With
Oui.
precision, you keep the final goat ball in play.
Chèvre bille.
To the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly the old speaker crackles. Gurdi ball is lit.
Ah, yeah.
Huh?
Ah, gagné.
Cannon opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats.
Cornelius.
So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss, then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia.
Alors Kim, ça te la coupe?
Score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract.
Kim en mode qu'est-ce qui branle ce con. Mais vraiment,
To join the
qu'est-ce qui branle. Mais il est bon, hein.
stage.
Mais bon, Kim, on sait qu'il écoute,
And the
il écoute de la radio de Dingus, donc...
That's amazing.
Tu vois, il est fantastique. Marmonne le lieutenant. Il un peu essoufflé. Je crois que j'ai gagné, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gurdi's goats. That is a monumental achievement, detective.
Alors c'est qui le roi du flipper, King Kim.
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive.
Il m'a appelé votre Altesse. En souriant, ses jointures contre les vôtres.
It's a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
Allez, temps de partir.
Good times.
once
Good times.
the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness.
Eh ben Kim, excuse-moi de te dire ça, mais c'était vraiment de la bombe de balle.
Mesmerizing machines.
Oui.
Just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Passez le doigt sur la poussière de la machine, Déora blanche.
Like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Non. Non.
C'est pas le moment.
Kim, il est tilt. Mais non, il est pas tilt. Il est waouh. Il est waouh. Et si on branchait ces machines pour faire une petite partie?
Fire them.
Allez.
They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The royal
Allez. On le regarde.
A dumb name. Royalist
Ah.
Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
42%.
Kim,
Oh.
Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Oh mon Dieu. C'était une très bonne idée. Mais j'avais un peu pensé, mais j'avais la flemme et tu m'as convaincu. Kim Flipper Kitsuragi. Kim Flipper Kitsuragi, également connu sous le nom de Kimpler.
That's what he's known as. His
Mais vous êtes Kim Flipper Kitsuragi.
Now he remembers.
Il vous regarde dans le silence de l'atelier. Il retire ensuite ses lunettes et commence à les nettoyer.
I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Il est fort.
aka The Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
On n'avait pas vraiment l'air d'aimer le flipper.
Human beings should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic,
Je vais donc me mettre au flipper.
and historic romance franchise.
Hystérique romance franchise.
Lame.
De l'or sur le flipper, mais vraiment trop bon. Alors pourquoi vous faites-vous appeler flipper?
Not cold pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago. Before I became a homicide detective.
Et
At my lieutenancy.
tu sais, il y a pas mal de succès sur Disco Elysium et il y a un succès où il y en a un qui s'appelle La Veste et c'est marqué faire porter la veste à Kim. Vous savez très bien laquelle. Mais du coup, moi je veux faire ça, mais comment on fait? Comment avez-vous?
I was a juvenile police officer for over
Quelle
50
veste?
years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Je crois que dans ma première partie, j'avais vu la veste. Mais j'ai jamais... J'ai pas plus de trucs. Là, je sais même plus c'est où, c'est quoi, comment que c'est quoi, qu'est-ce que quoi. C'est nul.
Unbelievably. To do that, I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
Vous avez travaillé dans la brigade de prévention de la délinquance juvénile pendant 15 ans.
Time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing.
Je t'aime, Kim, tu es merveilleux. Ah, 1 minute, c'est donc pour ça que vous vouliez pas parler à Kuno.
Best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Ah putain, mais moi j'ai envie de l'appeler Kimper, moi. Mais ça va l'énerver. Non, ça va l'énerver. Ne vous inquiétez pas, je continuerai à vous appeler Kim.
Kitsuragi is good too. Now we really need to
Ok, Kim.
our sweep of what appears to be a secret path.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's
C'est quand même Kimper.
ages. The latticed cage is open. It's
Regarde à l'intérieur.
nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right.
Bon bah je pense qu'il est temps d'aller faire une petite escapade, hein.
The maintenance card
On peut.
under the control panel reads: Last maintenance, 10th July, 1988.
Marqué que le dernier entretien date de l'an 88.
I say, let's brave it.
88, cette ancienne intéressée, il y a des us.
Of the last century. Look on
Parfait.
the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking
C'est vrai.
maybe
Je l'avais dit.
4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Ah, les commandes de l'ascenseur.
Rectangular buttons. Monter, descendre, and an international call for emergency assistance.
Eh bah c'est parti. Oh. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce délire? Des petites fenêtres scellées avec du plastique blanc. Impossible de voir ce qu'il y a à l'extérieur. T'étais en train de graille, qu'est-ce que t'as raté? Déjà bonne app, enfin trop tard. Tu as raté que en fait, le lieutenant Kim, il était champion de flipper. Et j'ai fait un truc monumental avec un flipper. Incroyable. Des boîtes à outils et des pièces de rechange bordent l'étagère. Mais non, et si? Et Kim il a été... vas-y.
So this is where they built 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now.
Oui, c'est vrai.
The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
C'est donc un atelier de flipper,
Like it.
autrefois.
I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel.
Ibol arcade,
Machines left over.
du pied.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hardest bang.
Et j'attends, j'ai fait un truc exceptionnel, y a pas que ça. Hein.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means
Autrefois, le Welling in Rags était le flipper de la Delta Est. C'est tout ce qu'il en reste.
Ah yes, as the novelty dice makers said.
Eh oui.
This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little
Et
connection.
Kim, t'es mon héros. Kim, tout le monde t'aime.
but then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Ça signifie que le Welling in Rags fait partie de la zone commerciale maudite?
That's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes
L'hôtel maudit?
establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Bah, y a pas mal de doubleurs qui ont un accent soit français, soit d'ailleurs. On reconnaît plus le français. D'ailleurs, le camionneur raciste a un bon gros accent français, je ne sais pas pourquoi. Mais oui, c'est fait exprès. On dirait qu'à un moment donné, ils ont arrêté de réparer les flippers.
20 years ago, 15 minutes.
Et je clore la réflexion. Oh putain. Des traces de... Attendez. Je n'ai pas ouvert cette commode. Oh! Oh! Attendez. Nouveau style. Plus un d'esprit de corps, plus un de frisson. J'aurais préféré un pantalon. Mais j'ai un pantalon, mais j'ai que celui-là. Et là... Ah non, ça ne va pas du tout. Ça ne va pas du tout avec mon style, je suis désolé. C'est dramatique. Parce que j'ai des super lunettes là. Moins un en dramatique. Du sens logique. Oh, ça c'est bien ça. Coordination, empathie. Ah non, désolé, hein. On reste sur... Ouais, sur ma cape de patrouilleur, hein. Mais toujours pas de fut, hein. Putain. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cela?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering
C'est fait.
the shop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Voyons ça de plus près.
Prints, most likely made by boots.
Il y a un buff slibard. Ah non, il y a juste pas de pantalon.
Sole could be bigger than
Mais en vrai, tu vois les
have left the pattern uniform. Or is
les différents habillements que tu peux avoir te donnent plus ou moins de points sur ces stats-ci, tu vois. Ah tiens, il faut que j'augmente ma projection analytique. Hop, c'est accepté. Voilà, nickel.
one person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
D'après les empreintes, on dirait qu'une personne a fait un aller-retour.
In that and that.
Mhm. Et ça ne ressemble pas aux bottes des ouvriers, enfin on va dire plutôt la drôle de semelle.
Not the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Mhm.
I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know. But it's not
Ah, c'est pas mon petit Kim.
either.
T'as pas l'air fin comme ça sur la scène d'enquête, t'es jaloux. T'aimes pas mon style? Attends.
No. These little horizontal lines.
Everything around you
Ok.
is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop
Pour
floor.
quelqu'un est venu ici une semaine ou deux.
From the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, it was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to
Il est tilt. Est-ce que ça veut dire?
through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can
Il y a 12 000 commandes et fallait que ce soit la dernière qui est.
significant.
Moi, je vous adore, vous inquiétez pas.
This prince, officer, could be the prince of our killer.
On va parler à Titus. Ok, on va parler à Titus. J'ai re-eu un point. Mais j'ai oublié en quoi il faut que je... D'ailleurs, si je parle à Kim... Wesh Kim.
Yes?
Faudrait que j'augmente ma logique. Augmenter ma logique. Je suis nul en logique. Voilà, 17%. Je vais attendre encore un peu. Mais si tu regardes... Et encore, le dé l'a pas découvert, putain, j'avoue. Donc tu vois, là, j'ai un super bonnet. Il me donne plus ça en réactivité, mais moins en rhétorique. Une veste. Petite chemise. Débardeur filé complètement dingue. Je suis un peu con. Bah, j'ai 2 d'intel, quoi. Ouais. Je suis un peu débile. Un peu débilos, ouais. Mais par contre, je gagne au flipper, tu vois. Pas tout avoir, hein. J'ai fait mon choix. Un petit trou dans le mur. Oh là là.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman.
Ah alors c'est dégueulasse. Il y a quelqu'un qui regardait pendant qu'il iken.
In drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
Oh oh, je crois que je peux voir la chambre de Clark Judge.
See through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints
Trop
on
tard.
the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Que faisaient ces gens à l'intérieur?
Closer to the peephole, instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite.
Je clôt la réflexion. Du coup, est-ce que j'arrive à sortir?
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
Oui. Voilà. Elle est plus là. Attends, je retente la projection analytique du coup.
It's pristine.
72%. Allez,
Golden light
c'est réussi.
away into the blue glass.
Et là, les révélations arrivent.
In it are two
J'espère.
shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Dans quelle position est-ce qu'il se trouve?
It said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
D'où est-ce qu'elle vient?
Move outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole, shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Examinons le point A'.
Ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Du coup, j'ai 80% de chance que le tir provienne du toit, c'est ça?
2% with
Très
an
bien.
antique weapon that fires military grade ammunition.
Ça, on le savait déjà.
Brave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Je pense qu'on s'en fout. C'est qu'il a l'air incroyable le jeu. Il est très bien. Et vraiment selon les... Moi c'est la deuxième fois que je le fais. Et ma première partie, tu vois, j'avais pas mis motricité, j'avais plus de psyché. Et vraiment selon les stats que tu mets, ça peut vraiment changer de tout au tout. Et j'ai quand même eu des trucs que j'ai pas fait dans ma première partie. Et d'autres trucs que j'avais pas réussi à faire. Et d'autres trucs que j'ai trouvé normalement bien en rapport avec l'enquête. Là, je fais... Ah oui, d'accord. C'était possible de faire ça. Il est bien parce qu'on peut être communiste, c'est vrai, aussi. Comme mon personnage, hein, on peut le voir. Hein. Mon personnage, c'est un flic superstar, ultra libéral. Voilà. Communiste, donc. Pas moi. Est-ce qu'il y a des éléments qui contredisent le A'? Ok, est-ce qu'on peut envisager un autre point d'origine plus éloigné?
In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapoler le rayon pour inclure l'ensemble de Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Bah let's go, la promenade.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Okay. B prime? Prime?
2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No, okay. Too far-fetched.
Le B prime.
1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere. On an islet in the bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there. Badly charted as they may be.
Ou alors il a eu un peu de chance. Eh oui.
5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window. Between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme and access.
On n'a pas visité encore toute cette partie de l'île. Hein. Demain. Vous pensez que le tir provient d'un emplacement plus éloigné que le toit? Des emplacements B', BP',
Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Beaucoup moins probable que le scénario du toit, mais pas négligeable.
Well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the
Nickel. Faisons cela.
One by one.
One by.
Diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Non, c'est bon, la fenêtre G. Par contre, j'ai toujours pas chanté. Très perturbant. Magnifique. Non mais... Ce que je voulais faire, c'était enlever ça. Voilà. Je pense qu'il est temps d'aller faire dodo. Ah non, que je parle encore à Titus là pour lui dire wesh frère. Ah. Il est plus là. Il fallait que je parle à lui encore. Pour lui dire wesh. Passe quoi là? Ah non?
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Il y a une méthode porte-bleu en acier au fond de la cuisine.
Yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just
Vous savez ce qu'il y a derrière?
No, I don't have a key.
Oh bah tiens.
How to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring
Perdu.
storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Passe son doigt sur le comptoir pour en vérifier la propreté.
Attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Je pense que vous aimeriez savoir ce qui se cache derrière.
Okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good
Ouais.
luck with that.
Garde, et si je vous disais que je suis entré dans la pièce secrète derrière la porte bleue en acier?
Okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
Il maîtrise parfaitement son enthousiasme.
Really holding himself back here.
Vous n'allez pas me demander ce qui se cache derrière?
Okay, what is back there?
Des flippers. Un atelier de flippers.
I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Ouais, vous voulez faire une petite partie? Moi, ça me brancherait bien.
I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
Ouais.
Wondering about something business related. About how much money
Uh-huh.
you could make off one.
Si vous avez en tête de revendre ces flippers, j'en veux une grosse part, genre comme un cadre dirigeant. Je suis un agitateur.
A whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm
Très bien.
planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's all
Toujours pas chanté, hein.
trouble.
Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Hâte de lui annoncer.
Still no. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Je dois vous avertir, mon cher Gart, il se peut que j'ai découvert que le Wailing fasse partie de la zone commerciale maudite.
Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
Alors,
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
le nom du Wailing apparaît sur l'interphone extérieur comme l'une des entreprises du bâtiment B. Vous devriez vérifier vos branchements. J'ai essayé d'appeler sans résultat.
Here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
Le Wailing était autrefois le flipper de la Delta Est. Avant de connaître la faillite, il faudra pas longtemps au Wailing pour subir le même sort.
Doesn't look like part of a doomed commercial area. This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
Retrouve son aplomb. Vous devez vraiment tenir à cet endroit, vu que vous y bossez depuis si longtemps.
It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I mean, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Ah, bah alors vous l'admettez enfin.
If your police skills have delivered, I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Merci Gart. Qui possède cet endroit?
Real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Et qui lui a donné le nom de Whirling and Rakes?
Sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was.
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song. Hail, Holy Queen by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Lieutenant à la tête. Eh bien dommage que cet endroit soit maudit.
Was there anything else? Because I need to think about how I'm going to get those pinballs in here.
Oui, classe jeu, chambre 3, là, elle a coupé la ligne téléphonique.
No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
Bon, en tout cas, mystère résolu, hein, j'aime pas laisser les choses en suspens.
Why? Thank you for telling me, I guess. Good thing she pays for her.
Non, mais...
I'll forward her the bill and be done with it.
À un moment, je suis descendu, il m'a demandé de l'argent et j'ai... Parce que j'avais pas payé la chambre et du coup, j'ai pris mes... J'ai fui. J'ai fui en sortant vite du bar, mais j'ai dû revenir, donc j'aime pas trop Gart.
Looks like she has money tucked away somewhere. Enough to be a stable paying guest.
Il y a un Judas dans le mur. En haut dans les pièces secrètes, juste à côté de la chambre de classe GG. Je suis tombé dessus quand j'ai découvert le flipper.
Once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on
Merci Gart.
The color has drained from his face.
Peut-être que l'un de vos employés était curieux?
No, we don't hire staff like that. Thank you for letting me know, and it will be taken care of as soon as possible.
Vous êtes bien sûr de ne pas avoir espionné vos clients?
Not.
Ok, ok.
Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it
D'accord, Gart.
and what it was.
Tranquille, hein? Pas de soucis.
He's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day.
Bon.
I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else? Yes. Do I have a shame?
It's not a shame.
Am I wearing? Am I? Because.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, je l'avais déjà fait.
Goddamn drink.
Like what?
Au revoir. Bon ben... On se dit à demain, Kim. Je peux pas aller chanter. Je veux chanter. Donc Kim, bonne nuit. Non, pas bonne nuit. Ah, pardon. Kim, on peut faire dodo? Ok. J'ai le temps de 17%.
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling.
Yes?
Pourquoi je peux pas y aller? Mais...
Yes?
On peut parler de vous, Kim? Kim, vous portez un blouson de la brigade aérienne révolutionnaire, n'est-ce pas?
This? It's just seasonal clothing.
C'est vrai que vous portez un pantalon d'aviateur, pratique pour stocker les outils.
It's going.
Vous voyez Kim, dans ma tête, j'ai un endroit où je développe des nouvelles idées et des connexions.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
Non, ça va plus loin. Dans cet endroit spécial, j'ai fini par suspecter que vous aviez un faible pour les brigades aériennes révolutionnaires.
I have a thing with revolutionary air brigades in particular.
Juste pour les brigades aériennes donc.
I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Vous êtes sûr que la révolution n'a rien à voir avec ça?
Nothing.
The revolutionary must have added a little luster to it for a 10-year-old Kitsuragi. He will.
I've known.
Vous êtes certain? Putain, le flic casse-couille. Certain, hein?
Looking 8 roto design. I see this from a purely tactical standpoint, of course.
Merci, mon esprit satisfait.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Reparlons de l'affaire. Ah non, non, j'ai plus rien à dire. Et comment on fait pour tout stopper? S'arrêter? Je veux dire, pour aller faire dodo? Comment on fait? Comment on fait pour dire à Kim, bon, Kim, bisous Kim. Bon.
Je te jure que c'est pas le moment.
Voilà un petit peu, oui. Et comment? Bon, bah, je continue alors. Je continue alors, je continue mon aventure. Je sais pas trop où qu'est-ce que je fous maintenant. Ah si, j'avais un truc à faire, putain. Je me rappelle. Il s'est passé tellement de choses. J'avais presque oublié. Et là, putain, journée bien remplie, hein. Je me souviens que dans ma première partie, à un moment, il y a vraiment une journée et demie où j'étais là. J'étais en mode putain, mais qu'est-ce que je fais? Oh mais, je sais pas quoi faire. Et j'errais, je faisais des allers-retours en tout Martinez. Bon ben, oh quoi. Vers Bordeaux, de la pollution s'élève à l'est. Vous entendez le bourdonnement de la circulation au loin, la nuit tombe sur la ville. Te v'là donc, toi, hein.
Gendarmerie.
Gendarmerie. Le jeune homme au balcon vous adresse un sourire éclatant avant de tirer une nouvelle bouffée sur sa cigarette. On trouve une clé cachée sous une pierre, c'est la vôtre?
My friends use it from time to visit me.
Tandis qu'il vous regarde, une lueur brille dans ses yeux.
Tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Honnêtement, j'essaie de simplement rien faire foirer. Répète-t-il. Un lampadaire tout proche projette des ombres sur son menton, rehaussant ses pommettes saillantes.
Good news for you.
Mhm.
My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Mais pourquoi je voudrais rencontrer votre ami?
You do.
Très bien, je lui parlerai, mais d'abord c'est avec vous que je veux discuter, j'ai des tonnes de questions.
I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up. One. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Ok.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious.
Mais je viens juste de vous remettre la main dessus.
Look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Moi.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
C'est bon, si vous me promettez qu'on se reparlera, c'est important.
Flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as
Bon.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Et un nouveau point de talent. D'accord. Quelque chose aussi différent en lui, mais j'arrive pas à mettre au-dessus.
Of course.
Sent bon, bon sang, pourquoi est-ce qu'il sent si bon?
It smells good.
C'est étrange, non?
It's good and that's weird.
he's barely holding it together.
Mais Kim, il se fout de ma gueule.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Oui, je remember, mais Kim, te fous pas de ma gueule. Nouvelle pièce. Un cendrier vide. Une revue commerciale trimestrielle. Superbe lit à baldaquin. Un chapeau de Saint-Marin comique. Conique, pardon. Alors non. Même si ça fait plus de logique. La vaisselle trempe dans une marmite. Attendez. Faut mettre... Quand je rencontre une nouvelle personne, faut toujours que je lui mette la lumière dans la gueule, sinon ça n'a pas de sens. Les dates de conférences d'université locale. Des prospectus de fêtes underground. Underground. Peignoir en soie. Odeur d'un parfum hors de prix. Forum flottant dans les airs. Une vieille photo. Alors attendez, parce que par contre là... Alors là, par contre. Ah, mais là... Art dramatique et de l'électrochimie aussi. Je perds en esprit de corps et en frisson. Oui. En rajouter, c'est pas grave. Bon psyché, putain. Peut-être. Mon frisson, mais c'est pas grave. Là, j'ai un style. Une dinguerie. Bon, let's go. C'est Balkany?
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official.
Non, tu es Patrick Balkany.
I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside.
Oui.
Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Très bien, mais avant tout, dites-moi où c'est que vous avez déchiné ce magnifique peignoir en soie.
We got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think
J'aimerais avoir un pantalon.
culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Il forme un petit toit avec ses doigts. L'air frais descend du balcon.
Takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Très bien, vous avez assisté au lynchage?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Hoche gravement la tête.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Est-ce que c'est parce que vous êtes le coupable? Commencez depuis le début si vous voulez bien.
It's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Merci. Merci monsieur. Nous commençons à y voir clair. Autre chose qui vous revient?
There were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women...
The fine reputation, bien sûr. Que vient faire un officiel tel que vous à Martinez?
Only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Sûr.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Très bien, mais que faites-vous ici dans cet appartement?
I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Du malos d'économie, je m'en fous. Vous pouvez me parler de votre ami?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
Vous n'avez toujours pas révélé son identité.
Who?
Même jette un coup d'œil rapide à sa montre. Votre ami, le fumeur sur le balcon, vous étiez en train de parler de lui.
Officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts.
D'accord, mais... Oui, d'accord, mais quel est son véritable nom?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
Donc, tout ce que vous pouvez me dire sur lui, c'est qu'il est ici pour étudier les arts.
Deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Quelle sorte d'art?
Free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
Que faites-vous seul dans cet appartement? Oui, l'homme désigne de la tête la fenêtre. Quelle vue, il fait noir dehors. Dit-il en levant la main. Un bébé est en train de pleurer. Regard tourné vers l'horizon.
The Insulindian Bay.
Comment ça?
Used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Frappe à la porte du balcon, son visage se reflète dans la pièce de la vitre. J'étais en train de m'intéresser à votre ami.
I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
Ouais, comment êtes devenu ami? Ami?
Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years.
Civil Wars.
The international community is forced to step in.
Et de quoi parlez-vous? C'est pas comme ça qu'on devient amis.
It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too.
J'ai autre chose en tête.
Officer?
Merci, c'est tout ce qu'il me faut.
Officer, do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Vas-y vite, pourquoi est-ce qu'on se reparlerait plus jamais?
It's diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Je vais nulle part, je vais jeter un œil à cet appartement.
It's a beautiful space.
Ok. Ah non en fait, c'est fait en fait.
Anything else? Of course. Was there anything else? I'm sorry to say
He didn't see the hanging. He saw.
Ouais, ça j'ai pas envie de...
What do you...
It was just so... I was on the balcony. That's when I understood.
That lines up with...
Only that there were...
Merci monsieur, merci.
Of course.
On va dire que c'est bon. Hein. Ah. J'ai un style. J'aimerais bien trouver un pantalon. Où c'est que j'achète un pantalon? C'est que je trouve un pantalon, putain, je veux un pantalon. On me donne un fut. Comment on fait dodo aussi? J'aimerais bien aller faire dodo. Je vais voir mon pote Kuno. Kuno, mon ami.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't fucking...
Ouais, bon, on sera potes demain, c'est pas grave. J'ai confiance. On peut se dire bonne nuit, ça se passe comment? Je pense qu'il est temps là. Hein. Ah non mais je sais pourquoi en fait.
Yes.
J'ai pas payé le... J'ai pas payé J'ai pas payé. J'ai pas payé la chambre. Donc je pense que j'ai pas les clés.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need...
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Salaud. La 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 la. Allez, à plus Kim. À demain. Ciao. Peut-être plus lui dire au revoir. Toujours pas de pantalon. On va mettre celui-là, mais... Je trouve que j'ai moins de style. Dodo.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No. You have to stay, always half aware you're not cooperating, brother man.
Huh?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender.
Vraiment une voix des enfers.
You could curl up into a fetal ball of safety, but you cannot because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing.
Je croyais que j'étais dans le train vers le silence.
Gone off the rails, baby. Now you're stuck sitting here by the tracks, admiring the wreck around you. You just can't help it, looking at yourself. The sum total of your accomplishments. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
J'ai le forêt, je regarde les gens tout le temps, je les aime bien.
They're all so friendly, aren't they?
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Ouh.
The fan stands still.
Je pense que ça mérite de prendre un peu de speed. Là, il m'en reste que un. Ah, on va prendre ça. Ça me paraît bien. Non, on peut pas là? Si. Style de fou, bah oui. Comment je prends du speed? Pourquoi je peux pas? Ouais. Je comprends pas. Pourquoi? Ouais, ça je peux. Ah. Peut-être parce que je suis gaucher? Non, bon bah tant pis. Tranquille. Morning routine, 2 grammes d'enfête. Apparemment, hein. Voilà. Qui sont ces gens? Bonjour Kim, c'est qui eux?
Yes.
Attendez, attendez Kim. Oh mais il est là. C'est qui toi?
You look like shit.
Ah merde, je sais c'est qui. Votre visage fripé se reflète dans ses lunettes de soleil.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Je sais, c'est délibéré.
Undercover?
Intervient la femme en uniforme du MCR.
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear you're an
Je
actual...
crois qu'il aime pas mon style. En fait, c'est de la jalousie.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
Face de jument.
Just this week. What you want?
Vous toise de la tête aux pieds.
About this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face.
Je vois les cheveux et que je suis totalement défoncé.
The sunglasses, the haircut. He's famous. That's how you know his face. You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Bon, la vérité, vous m'avez déjà rencontré.
I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Ah, dans une autre vie?
From another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
Interrompt.
What station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
Le poste... là.
Exactly right. Down to a fraction.
Vous gardez votre sarcasme?
What to say to that? What is your goddamn station?
41, non?
Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
J'adresse un gars qui en dit long et ajoute.
We're good.
Parlons un peu plus en détail de cette hypothétique post 41 que vous avez mentionné. Et notre relation, cet univers alternatif?
Crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Vous avez l'air d'être un type cool, je serais ravi de vous avoir comme partenaire.
Now, or would I be cramping your style?
Comme ça, moi la lèvre, puis agite les mains.
Partner.
En fait, j'aurais pas dû vous appeler mon partenaire, c'est Kim mon partenaire.
Partner?
Qui?
This union is temporary.
Non, Kim, t'es mon ami.
A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest...
Non, Kim, c'est mon copain. Et on est amis pour la vie.
I suggest you...
Le flipper nous a unis.
The lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
Voyez-vous un crime à résoudre?
You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
Cool.
This isn't helping.
Dit-elle en secouant la tête tout en jetant un regard désapprobateur à l'homme. Qui d'autre travaille dans notre poste de police imaginaire?
Believe this, but police officers.
Non.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that.
Impossible. Je suis toujours bourré dès 14h.
Some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Mais c'est qui le façon de langue?
You eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Comment dire un peu plus sur lui ou sur elle?
Little bit.
It's
Cool.
an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
Kim, c'est qui ce type?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Oh. Quelle question à vous poser? Je suis policier.
You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Elle méga star?
A superstar cop. Of course. This again.
Who
Ouais.
does this asshole think he is? A cop?
À présent, vous voudriez bien répondre à la question pour moi? Comment ça, non?
It's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Si vous n'avez pas envie de répondre à mes questions, vous pouvez peut-être m'entendre dire quelque chose.
I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want...
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Bon, ce type qui a été abattu et pour lequel on a fait croire à une pendaison, eh ben il se pourrait qu'il ait été flingué et pendu par les mêmes personnes. Non. Il était flingué par la personne qui fait croire à sa pendaison.
What the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
sais bien, mais quel est le mille?
Then the double cover-up seems
Ouais, pourquoi je vous raconte ça, moi?
No. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Oh, tu casses les couilles, je m'en vais.
Shout for yourself.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting
Tout le monde, votre voix, je la reconnais.
I wonder where.
Oh merde, j'ai perdu mon incinérateur.
The where you remember me from?
Oui, je vous ai jamais vu.
Then it's probably a coincidence.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41.
Carrément, trop bizarre.
Something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
Oui, vas-y.
Just cross it off.
Again? I can't believe.
Est-ce qu'on n'est pas du même poste de police?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that.
D'accord.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Oui, Jean.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not
Tout ça.
Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Au revoir. Et donc cet étrange personnage. Et je parle à la madame aussi.